And news are coming in from Jammu and Kashmir now. In fact, a police officer and a civilian were shot dead last evening in two separate terror attacks in Anantnag and Srinagar, respectively. In fact, the assistant sub-inspector of police was targeted in Anantnag, and he was critically injured and admitted to the hospital, where he eventually succumbed to injuries. In fact, in another attack, a property dealer, Rouf Ahmad, was killed in downtown Srinagar. The civilian was injured and shifted to hospital, where doctors declared him dead on arrival. This comes at a time when terror attacks on civilians have been on the rise in the valley. In fact, 41 civilians have been killed in the valley since the abrogation of Article 370. Let me go across to our correspondent Ishan Vani, who will have more details on this big story. Ishan, good morning. Despite all the claims, all the assurances, and even the anti-terror operations, the ruthless killings of civilians continue in the valley. Clearly not the best advertisement for the ruling administration there.
Well, absolutely right. We have been time and time again claiming that with the killing of militants, the number will go down or the situation will calm down. But it seems like that there, after a gap, these militants are once again trying to, attack civilians and also carry out targeted killings. And that is why we are seeing that just yesterday, one assistant sub-inspector was shot dead in, on the Bijbehara district of Anantnag. And then, also a civilian in the area of Srinagar was also shot dead. Two incidents unfolding within 30 minutes of time, which indicates the fact that all is not well. And that is why security forces, have been regrouping and trying to redraw the strategies, but it doesn't seem to be completely working. But one has to see that, what kind of response does it generate from the security forces, because now these killings are taking place once again. But it's very unlikely that, security forces will be able to, bring down these killings at once. But we'll see that what kind of strategies do they formulate to try to bring down this graph. Although there is a general input, there was an input of the security forces that off-duty security force personnel could be targeted, and that's why we saw that less than 2 weeks before, there's an attack on another security force personnel. A policeman was shot in his legs. So a volatile situation in Kashmir, but one has to see that what will be the government's strategy in terms of bringing down this level.
Right, Ishan, thank you so much for sharing all those details.